the same time, Nate Hastings is faced with an important decision. He and Billy are asked to help Amy Lewis find Damien, Nate's long-lost half-brother. Nate is hesitant about the offer, but after some thought, he decides that he can't pass it up. Although he is not interested in his half-brother, Nate realizes that this could be an opportunity for him to learn more about his family and his past. Billy and Nate embark on a journey to find Damien, a journey that they do not know how many surprises and challenges await. Genoa City seems to never lack love stories, intrigue and mixed emotions. Each character is at a major crossroads in their lives, and no one can predict what decisions they will make. Can Billy mend his relationship with Lily, or will he find new happiness with Sally? Will Summer be able to let go of the past and move on with Chance, or will she fall into a spiral of jealousy and possessiveness? And will Nate find Damien and discover the truth about his family ties? Each of them is faced with important choices, and their decisions will not only affect their own lives, but also push the story of the young and the restless to a more tense and engaging level than ever. Subscribe to Yonder to stay up to date with the latest news on our channel. Diane Jenkins walked slowly, her mind full of calculations, her mind racing with carefully laid plans. She typed each word on her phone, her eyes never leaving the screen. "Our plan is going very well," she typed, a smug smile on her face as she pressed send. The recipient of this message was none other than Jack Abbott. Together, they had conspired to manipulate Kyle, Jack's son, and the powerful Victor Newman. Diane and Jack decided to create a drama, a fake breakup to catch Kyle and Victor off guard. This breakup was not just a statement, but a play with every detail carefully crafted to convince anyone that it was real. What they didn't anticipate was that once the flames of their conspiracy were lit, they could lose control, and the consequences would be beyond both of their control. Meanwhile, somewhere else, Victor Newman is preparing a big surprise for his wife, Nikki Newman. With a mysterious and slightly nervous expression, he hints at something special that Nikki will not expect. Nikki, the woman who has been through so much with him, looks at Victor with curiosity. "I'm taking you home," Victor says, smiling slightly, making Nikki skeptical. But when Victor leads her to the new house, she realizes it is no ordinary house. Standing before Nikki is a familiar house with a thatched roof and wooden windows, where every corner is reminiscent of the past. Victor has painstakingly recreated the original Newman Farmhouse, the house that was once their home. Not only that, he has also carefully decorated every detail, from the family photo frames to the paint colors that recall every memory. When Victor opens the door for Nikki to enter, she cannot contain her emotions. It was not just a house, but a precious memory, a piece of happiness that once belonged to them. Nikki could not take her eyes off every detail in the house. She touched every item, remembering every loving moment they shared in this place. Victor's surprise melted Nikki's heart and rekindled the flame of love in her strongly. At the same time, another good news was coming to Abby Newman and Devin Hamilton. They received the news that the farmhouse that Victor had just restored would be the venue for their wedding. Abby and Devin were filled with happiness as they imagined themselves vowing to each other in this sacred place, witnessed by their family and close friends. The house held the memories of a family, a symbol of love and resilience overcoming all storms. For Abby and Devin, the wedding here would be the perfect start to their promising life together. However, in the midst of the gradually forming happiness, the darkness of the conspiracy between Jack and Diane still silently covers. Can their deception succeed? Will Victor, who is not easy to fool, realize this lie, or will Jack and Diane achieve their ultimate goal? Love, calculation and secret blend together in a dramatic battle of wits, promising unpredictable developments in the lives of the characters. Billy Abbott and Sally sit next to each other, sharing stories and laughter in a romantic atmosphere. The soft yellow light illuminates their faces, and it seems that every moment both of them can feel the strong chemical reaction. Billy seems to want to continue the evening with another glass of wine next to Sally, but she tactfully refuses, keeping a little distance. However, Sally's mischievous smile seems to leave a glimmer of hope for Billy that special invitation might come in the near future. A potential relationship between them gradually blossoms, with an irresistible attraction. Meanwhile, at the Abbott mansion, Kyle and Claire are also entering a new phase in their relationship. The privacy of this large house allows them to put aside all shyness and express their feelings. But unfortunately, just when things are getting passionate, Summer Newman unexpectedly returns to the mansion because she forgot her phone. She walks in and, noticing the intimacy between Kyle and Claire, can't help but feel a wave of jealousy rising in her heart. Summer can't help but loudly call Kyle's name from downstairs. Her sudden appearance destroys the romantic atmosphere between Kyle and Claire. Young in the Restless full episode Monday, November 4th reveals that Phyllis Abbott can't help but be haunted by the idea that Sharon Newman is responsible for Heather Stevens' death and framing her son, Daniel. In Phyllis' mind, all the evidence points to Sharon, even though the truth remains a mystery. But for Phyllis, protecting Daniel is her top priority, and she's willing to do anything to achieve that goal. Phyllis even goes so far as to pretend that she has evidence and use it to frame Sharon, hoping that the pressure will make Sharon take the bait or reveal any suspicious actions. Meanwhile, Sharon is not one to be cowed. She's secretly plotting a bigger plan to stop Phyllis from causing further trouble in her life. Sharon is ready to go to any lengths, even considering getting a restraining order to keep Phyllis away from her. Sharon bluntly shared with Nick Newman, her ex-lover and important friend, that she had reached her limit. Sharon no longer wanted to live with the torment and obsession caused by Phyllis. She had had enough. A restraining order might be the last resort for Sharon to keep her life peaceful. Nick, noticing the escalating tension between Sharon and Phyllis, decided to intervene before things got too far. He knew that if Sharon carried out her intentions, the situation would be irreparable. Nick tried to convince Sharon that a restraining order was not the best solution. He also knew that Phyllis was not a person who gave up easily and that Sharon pushing her into a corner could lead to dire consequences. But Sharon was still determined in her intentions, and she seemed unwilling to let Nick change her mind. As Nick predicted, Phyllis did not back down. Despite Nick's dissuasion, she confronted Sharon and used every trick in the book to force Sharon to surrender. Phyllis, known for being strong-willed and not giving up easily, tries to push Sharon into a tense confrontation, hoping that Sharon will succumb to the pressure and reveal the truth that she has long suspected. The tension between the two women escalates, with Phyllis constantly pressuring Sharon, and Sharon seemingly being pushed to her limit. Will Sharon give in and pursue her intention to file a restraining order, despite Nick's objections, or will she do something more drastic before Phyllis destroys everything she has worked so hard to build? While the confrontation between Sharon and Phyllis intensifies, Daniel is searching for answers himself. He cannot stand by while he is blatantly falsely accused. Wanting to clear his name and find justice for Heather, Daniel decides to investigate on his own, despite the dangers that may arise. He is constantly searching for the smallest clues to understand what happened to Heather, hoping that he can free himself from the darkness of suspicion and clarify the truth. For Daniel, this is not only a fight to protect himself but also revenge for the woman he once loved. Christine Blair, who is in charge of Daniel's case, seems to be keeping some secrets of her own. She has been quietly gathering information that she believes can help the case. However, Christine does not make them public immediately. She understands that this will not only affect Daniel but also cause serious trouble if Phyllis is dragged into the light of the case. Christine decides to keep these details to herself, waiting for the right moment for them to make the biggest impact. But can Christine hide the truth forever, or will these secrets have to come out at some point? Genoa City becomes the stage for a drama of tension and tragedy, as intrigue, suspicion and secrets overlap. Each character has their own plans and decisions, and none of them are willing to back down. The confrontation between Sharon and Phyllis is not only a battle between two individuals, but also a battle between loyalty, revenge and the desire for justice. Will the truth finally come to light, or will it all be buried in intrigue and deception?